Which topics are going to be discussed in this particular episode? I will provide you with an overview of the issue that we talk about. We have some news that is really intriguing to share. Disruption caused by Bitcoin, it was only pulled down yesterday. In light of that, what are the implications and what does it mean? I am able to comprehend you. I came across a wonderful article that tackles this subject and tells us what magnificent cryptocurrency has to say about what we should be keeping an eye out for in terms of the price of Bitcoin at the moment. There is still a fair potential that May and June will be wonderful months when all coins begin to increase. Surrounding Bitcoin, I will also share with you my opinions and predictions surrounding the cryptocurrency. Yes, you read that correctly, there has been a big development in the litigation between Ripple and the SEC. This is in addition to the fact that the value of the XRPL is increasing at the moment. Without further ado, I would like to invite you to have a seat, relax, and then we will begin the program. It is currently worth $63,750 worth of Bitcoin. It is not available yet. Ethereum is currently trading at $3.51, decrease of 2.57% from the previous day's price. As a result of the arrival of XRP in their respective dollar packs, both USDT and USDC are receiving 2.18% of each. Yesterday, it did, in fact, make a brief appearance in the market. Over the past 24 hours, it has increased by 3.1%, giving it a price of approximately 52 cents. I've seen that GSR, which is something that I find interesting. One of the most influential market makers in the world is in charge of determining the price of XRP. I am aware of the reasons why XRP almost always ranks in the top 8 or top 10. I've seen that whenever a coin, such as this one, appears to be set to fly, like 10 coin, it gives XRP a slight push, boosting its market cap advantage over the ones that are behind it. This is true regardless of what you wish to say, since there is always another advantage. It is important to keep a watch on it since the price of XRP may suddenly surge if you observe that the cryptocurrency that is behind it is striving to take off. Considering that the market as a whole is experiencing a decline, why is the price of XRPBD the only one that is increasing? It is possible for us to maintain this figure since GSR has removed some obstacles and is allowing this thing to gradually climb without interference. When it comes to large institutions and the masses of individuals that start looking at various cryptocurrencies and comb through them, Ripple needs to make sure that XRP stays in the top 10 within the top 8 of the list. Ripple must make sure that they are able to view the top 5 or top 10. It's just a little bit of speculation, folks. It is imperative that you pay special attention to the whole amount. There are currently $2 trillion or $348 billion worth of cryptocurrencies on the market. You are able to triumph if you so want. XRP is a possibility for you. Through the use of the TDN token, you will be able to gamble using the currency of the individuals you are going to watch. Our team has come up with a game, and we are going to begin working on it on Monday. This has never been seen on the XRP before in any previous instances. If you do not have your NFTs, you will not be able to play Ledger, as well as a large number of other games, individuals, and mothers in the West. Listen in on the number of sales that dropped yesterday. Over the course of this morning, I will be addressing your orders and replying to a large number of emails. You are going to be awarded 5 points for Wild Wild West TI. To add insult to injury, it comes with 2 free NFTs. On the 1st of May, we will repay XRP, and in June, we will reward more XRP. July, as well as August. To begin, the reason that we are the most successfully completed project on the XRP ledger is because it is that easy, provided that you hold on to it. After 18 months, it is still going strong, in case you were wondering. Sanders notes that the xrp ledger is showing positive trends in terms of the overall value that is locked on it. Surprisingly, we are almost at $2.5 million at this point too. It is going to keep climbing higher. This will be done via Ripple stablecoin. What is the volume that is expected to be generated by this use case? We are now in the first few days. An individual who specializes in metal law has stated that this date holds a crucial place in the SEC's Coinbase currency legislation. We are living in an exciting moment. Any individual who wishes to locate an amicus brief and provide support for a Coinbase move for its initial appeal is required to do so by the 26th of April, 2024, which is 6 days from now. It is necessary for us to make first contact with business associations, members of Congress, and the leaders of the programs that are driving our endeavor. It is rather late at this point. The question of whether tokens bought on a secondary market are securities or tokens for all the marbles has been given permission to be appealed by the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. This is the big deal. However, we are all aware that your tokens that are exchanged on a secondary market are not worthless, despite the fact that the SEC is attempting to imply otherwise. At this point, the situation of the SEC is extremely precarious. Due to the fact that we are aware of the fake names, considering all that Ethereum has done in the past to pass the Hoi test, including non-QIC and AML disguised whales, pre-sale to collect funding for the Ethereum Foundation, and everything else, the SEC ought to have taken action over Ethereum if they had any intention of doing so. Not a single action was taken, however. This is due to the fact that the Securities and Exchange Commission (CC) had two dishonest workers, Billy Boy Hinman and Jay Clayton, who worked for law firms. They led the SEC's campaign against all other cryptocurrency assets, with the intention of diverting attention away from Ethereum and Bitcoin. Additionally, it is interesting to note that two cryptocurrency organizations handle only Bitcoin and Ethereum transactions. Although I do believe it, let's proceed. Let's simply ignore that and move on with our lives. In order to have their $0.97 included in the extremely absurd block of $840,000, someone paid fees totaling $700,000, and they did not even submit a note beside their transaction. First and foremost, you should provide yourself with some leverage. In addition, the transfer of 70 cents is included. People, I wish I had that type of money so that I could simply pay the fees of $500,000 to go on that important block. What an absurdity. This is such a stupid joke. In order to ensure that you have a better understanding of what he is saying, we are going to go over everything that is current about cryptocurrencies. At most, it will take no more than 2 minutes, but it will only take a minute and a half. Additionally, I will blow it up for them. Are your eyes focused on the screen at this moment? It's time to get started. In the event that you are confronted with two impulses that appear to be of almost identical magnitude, it is quite probable that one of them will be the product of your behavior. First, if you have recently completed a 3-leg corrective to the upside, we are going to retrace back below these lows for confirmation's sake. This suggests that this was actually a corrective move to the upside, and that we are not yet making impulsive swings higher in the market. This is the bearish scenario. Let's move on to the alternative. The alternative typically occurs in this manner whenever you approach waves that are equal to one another. If you were to perform a classic impulsive 5-leg move in this position, you would receive waves 1, 2, and 3, which are typically the longest or at the very least the longest. The first leg up was this one, and here is the first leg of the following leg up that will be performed. To put it another way, if you see a wave that rises and is almost the same size as the first wave, it is typically the beginning of a larger third wave. This is because the second wave is larger than the first wave. All right? The only thing that counts is that we continue to reach new lows and keep these local lows at the same level going forward. I will repeat it once more. There are even higher peaks here, impulse, and that is exactly what I am looking for. Here, in the event that we are able to break through these lows at any point in time, it signals that a corrective move is taking place. However, if we continue to sustain those lows, which I believe we will, there is a possibility that we are currently in the midst of a third wave moving upward. This is something that we will be able to assess based on how the situation plays out. That is correct, there has only been one wave thus far. We could take a minor corrective measure, if necessary. The third wave, which is another leg up, is now underway. Another remedial measure might be able to provide us a 5th leg up if we are successful in doing something similar. It is clear from this that we have arrived to the stage where we ought to make the decision to do away with it. Where are we going to go? Because this is the location where it will take place. It can cost as much as $72,000 to observe certain individuals. It is possible that we will anticipate this outcome if we surpass it and are ready for a rejection rate that is greater than $74,000. In addition, it is located on public land.